Alright, y'all, we are talking TNA Slamiversary 2013 pay-per-view preview / predictions. ProWrestlingUnleashed.weebly.com, NextGenerationWrestling.weebly.com, 2XM.com, Wrestling.com will have your coverage there. I do not know the order of this pay-per-view, but we're going to hop right into it. And the build of this pay-per-view has been TNA-like. We got Sting in the main events. You got top stars, top young stars not in the position that they should be, and the older generation on top. Magnus, Samoa Joe, and the returning Jeff Hardy takes on, I believe it was Doc, Garrett Bischoff, and Wes Briscoe of Aces and Eights. Let Magnus, let Joe, let Hardy get the revenge. I'm going to pick them. Gut Check Tournament Finals. I don't mind that it's on pay-per-view. Do I prefer that to be on TV? Yeah, but this match should be decent at best. No one really cares about these two. Why not? We'll go with Sam Shaw. A last knockout standing match. Taryn Terrell taking on Gail Kim. A feud that I do not care about. I would prefer Mickie James versus Velvet Sky any day. And for a last knockout standing match, if it was Mickie James versus Gail Kim or Velvet versus Gail Kim, what I saw last night on Impact when Taryn Terrell and Chris Sabin tagged up against Gail Kim and Kenny King, Terrell is very sloppy in the ring. She's kind of a Barbie doll, kind of it's a looks kind of thing. And Gail Kim can hold her own against anyone, so Gail Kim's really going to have to hold Terrell in this match. I wouldn't mind if it was anybody else, but if it's Taryn Terrell versus her, I'm not into that. I could care less about it. TNA has the best women's division right now, which is a good thing. So you can expect something, but they got to pull it out. X Division Championship Ultimate X match. Kenny King is defending against Chris Sabin and Suicide. This should be a fantastic match. The Ultimate X match, TNA kind of uses it just as what it is. It's a gimmick. It's a good match, don't get me wrong, but with the triple threat rules where every X Division match has to be a triple threat match, it just gets old. That's like having a steel cage match every single week. It's like having a Hell in a Cell or, just, it's the same match over and over and over. And it kind of gets a little replayed too much. That's a problem what they have with the X Division. The X Division they have built up, and it is one of the, it's finally got back to the division that it once was. It's not as stacked as when you had AJ and Daniels and Sabin and Petey Williams and Joe and just all these, and Suicide and all the Japanese stars and all the luchadors. It's not to that potential, but just to have every single match triple threat, it's just old, and it's unnecessarily, in my opinion. I do like the ref cam. A lot of people kind of bash on that. I wouldn't mind seeing that once once a match. It's different. It's a different, view, but the triple threat, I'm tired of, and I'm rambling on that. Kenny King, he should retain. It seems like they're building up Suicide to win it. They could shock us with a Sabin win out of nowhere, but I think Kenny King. And I think that's the right choice if he retains. World Television Championship match, Devon. He's going to be taking on Joseph Park. This is a no-brainer. Devon's going to retain. AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. AJ Styles has been going up against Kurt Angle. He's been going up against Aces and Eights. Where he will go, I don't know. But unfortunately, I see Angle going over on this. Styles should go over so he could prolong, and he kind of gets blasted into whatever next stage they have, and I feel like if he loses, then it kind of downplays him, but Angle should go over. World Tag Team Championship 4-way elimination match. We've seen this once with the champions Guerrero and Hernandez, with Daniels and Kazarian, with Rude and Aries, but now they're just throwing in James Storm and Gunner. I was thinking about this last night as I was covering Impact. You have Guerrero and Hernandez, who are not over whatsoever. You have Daniels and Kazarian, who should be a tag team. But you have Bobby Roode and Austin Aries and James Storm, who should be in the main event. Let's think about this for a second. I have no problem with Bully Ray being his champion. A lot of people bash on him for that. I have no problem with that. You have Sting in the main event, a 54-year-old man who is in the main event. He has paved the way for the wrestlers of today, but he is not in his prime. His time has come. His time is gone. Do I like him being around? I have no problem with that. I like seeing him. I don't like seeing him in the main event because it just feels like TNA is just they're talking about, oh, well, we want to bring all these new wrestlers in. We want to push all these guys. But you're really not if you have Sting. The last 3 out of 4 Slamiversary pay-per-views, he's been wrestling for the world title. Enough is enough. Let him lose here, which I'm kind of jumping the gun. But my point is this. You have Bobby Roode he can be a world champion. When you see him wrestle, when you see him cut promos, you see a world champion. And the same way with James Storm. But where are they? They're in the tag team division. You have Austin Aries, who I do not think is a world champion. Who I do think that carried himself pretty well when he ran with the title. Do I think he's an X Division star? Absolutely. Could he be a main eventer? He could. But not in WWE. Only in TNA. People look down on TNA, unfortunately. In this match, they've been pushing James Storm and Gunner, which is a throw-in tag team. I actually see Chavo and Hernandez retaining somehow, some way. What do y'all think? And in the main event, you have the World Heavyweight Championship, which is a no-holds-barred match. If Sting loses, he can never, ever compete for a TNA World Championship. Ever again. Will they hold true to that? Maybe. Do I hope they do? Yeah. Wrestling 101 booking. You have a guy who, if he loses, he can never compete for a world championship. Usually that guy will go over just so he can compete for another world championship. But with Sting and his age, they don't know if he's going to be here year to year. And it's been like that for damn near 7 years. He loses in this one. You have Bully Ray, who is built up so far, and they've done a good job with Bully Ray. I'll give him that. I like Bully Ray. I like the way he cuts promos, the way he wrestles, old school look. I like it. I don't have a problem with him being world champion. I do have a problem with Sting being a world champion. They have set everything up to make you believe that Sting will come over the odds. If he loses, he can't compete for a world title. There's his obstacle number 1. Then it's a no-holds-barred, so you know Aces and Eights are going to get involved. You have Hulk Hogan support, which is a waste of your freaking time. Everything tells me that Bully Ray will go over. It's a no-holds-barred match. I'm not saying he's the future, because he is 41, 42. But, it's a no-holds-barred match. Aces and Eights come in there. They help Bully Ray get the job done and stun the wrestling world, quote unquote. What do y'all think? Leave it in the commentary below. I need to write my blog, to be honest with y'all. But this Sunday night, 7 Central, 6:30 Central, we will have live play-by-play coverage on there, on WordPress, ProWrestlingNews.weebly.com, NextGenerationWrestlingSaid.weebly.com, AlternativeNews.weebly.com, Wrestling.com, and of course, TwoHeadZone.com. Oh, and TNAStars.com. Don't mean to mention that. Gotta plug all places I work for. So, with that being said, what do y'all think? Leave it in the commentary below. I try to throw up videos when I can, but I do appreciate y'all's support. TNA Slamiversary 2013 pay-per-view predictions.